make of that?
Yes, yeah, again, like everything's a bit of a grind for us. So, you know, when you give up 27 more shots for the opposition, you know, don't get me wrong, very happy to walk out of here with the win because, again, like it's been a season for it. But, you know, at some point, right, we can have the biggest lineup out there. And it just felt like every time we gave up the offensive rebound, I mean, Chris was in the right spot at the right time and just like drilled a three. But, you know, the guys, we held on, and Marcus made a massive offer. Again, defensively, I thought we were great. You know, there was a lot of schemes that we wanted to do, and you know, if I had to give it a passing grade, you know, I would have been very, very happy with giving him an A. But you know, we made a massive slip, leaving Edwards underneath the rim, and then just pure desperation and hustle by Marcus to get that block. No, very happy because I've been on his ass a little bit with the screening and the finishing. So that's what we got him out there for, and he stepped up when we needed him. And yeah, like it's good to get a win. Trust me, it's nice to be on this side of the result.
And that was just how you drew it up, was it? Marcus Lee 3 throws to win the game for you, or 3 throws to win the game?
Yeah, I said it was ballsy by Drew. I thought Drew was gonna like close it out, but yeah, Marcus, you know, 1 or 2, strategic to miss the second, not give him a timeout. Nah, great. It was good. We had something similar where I think Marcus was at the foul line in Adelaide, the overtime game. He went 1 or 2, which sent it to overtime. So I was thinking about that, where I'll just be happy with 1 in this instance because it was tied. But yeah, like stat again, like, you know, we got this 3-guard rotation at the moment with like Lockie rejoined us because he got married, and congratulations to him and Shelley. He was cramping up a little bit, but we got this kind of 3-guard rotation where, depending on who's rolling the momentum, you know, Mojave, Watt's out at the moment, obviously with that toe injury, so that's why he's been able to play the last couple of games. But Mojave, Lockie, and Stat, and you know, it wasn't a great game for Mo King tonight, but Lockie was amazing, and then Stat made some big plays, but also not only the shots, but the tap-out rebounds. You know, when we're getting absolutely, you know, beat up on those offensive rebounds, he came in with some real good tap-outs just to knock that ball loose. So, you know, that's what I like. You know, we can sit here and talk about Drew's 13-13. We can talk about Wardenberg just, you know, being just an elite all-round player, and Jack is, you know, an absolute bucket getter. But it was a contribution of a lot of guys. You know, KG, you know, hit some big shots at the start to really tip that scoreboard over. And again, Lockie, Mark, everyone stepped up. And again, Sco got teched out, but that was what he was doing for us on the court. I was super pleased with the tap outs and the rebounds and the screen setting, and that was probably one of his better games for us energy wise. It was unfortunate the frustrations got the better of him, and rightly so, but yeah, everybody sort of just contributed, and that's what I like about today.
Forde, a lesser team might fade out of this game, and maybe even your team earlier in the season. What did you like about sort of the fight, the resolve that you showed tonight?
Well, the last 2 games have been the fade-outs. We played Southeast and Illawarra. Both of those games, we led at halftime. In both of those games, it was a 2-point game in the fourth quarter, and in both of those games, we ended up getting blown out by double-digit points. So that was a fade-out. So when you do the film review and, you know, you talk amongst the group and what you're able to get on court and the attention to detail, what you want to target, and obviously the leadership provided by guys like Drew, to get the ball where it needs to go. Yeah, like, as crazy as it sounds, like if we didn't have those fade-outs, right, against Southeast and Illawarra, the potential of us, you know, fading out today, but the resolve of the group knowing, well, what's the worst-case scenario? We just experienced it, so let's, you know, knuckle down a little bit and try and close this out by being focused, not getting too rattled with the calls or the missed shots or the offensive rebounds, and just keep playing each possession for what it is.
KG, with what Forde's just spoken about, like, you know, the last 3 games, you put yourself in a position to be in it, you're able to close this one out. Do you feel like your form as a team is trending in the right direction?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's been a fight thing. It's been just like an execution and mental lapses getting towards the end of games. And I think today we've certainly taken a step in the right direction. And just from the leadership group, we continue to keep growing.
And Drew's sort of ability to set up everyone on the floor tonight, the 13 assists, was really impressive. What does he do for you as a teammate?
It's unbelievable, just the leadership. Even the stuff he does off the stat sheet, just the communication, getting everybody in the right spot, it's incredible. And to be out there for damn near 40 minutes in these conditions I thought that was amazing as well.
The physicality of the conditions, like how hard was it out there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're a real physical team. They did a good job of that, and he was fighting through that and in the heat. And there was points where I'm tired, and I'm playing half what he's doing, so just credit to him.
Forde, what do you say to Admiral? Like, you can see his frustrations out there, but of course you're going to need him for these games going forward.
Yeah, because I mean, I got frustrated. You know, there was a possession where like everybody stopped. Drew gets hit in the nuts. You know, even Walker's sort of like, man, I'm sorry, you okay? And there's like no foul, and so I lose my mind because they'll sit there and go, we start off the fourth quarter with all the rebounding, screening fouls, and suddenly we're in the bonus with 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth, and so we're all frustrated, you know, and this is the personal battles that Drew against Illawarra, right? And we discussed it, and it's a 1-point game when Drew gets his tech, and I sub him out, and then obviously the momentum swings wildly against us. So, the discussion I had with Drew is, as KG alluded to, like, we're better when you're out there. We need you for this. And it'll be a similar discussion with Sco to be, this was, again, and I'm like, he provided that spark off the bench for us, especially when we're giving up the O boards. He got one off a foul shot. We need that. And I know your frustrations, my frustrations, everyone's frustrations. We get texts. We lead the league in challenges. We're doing everything we can with reviews. At some point, right, you just got to move on because we're bottom of the ladder. We get treated the way we do. And until we do other things to improve our status, then you'll start to get. And that's when we move our reputational calls. I'm not oblivious to it. So until we start getting on the right side of the ledger, we're going to get treated this way until things change. Again, what determines the outcome of the game, right, almost is 17 offensive rebounds. It's not going to be the tech fouls or the illegal screens. It's because we gave up, 20 more shots to Melbourne.
Go ahead, Chris. I'll start with you, KG. A simple question. How good does it feel to win a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, it feels almost as bad it feels to lose those games, and we've been having a lot of that, so it feels even better just to finally come out on top of a dogfight like that.
And Forde, you mentioned how I think you're actually off the bottom of the ladder now, and
Well,
Saturday's a real chance. But Saturday's a real chance to back up, isn't it? This is a real chance to string 2 wins together, and that's important for this group.
Yeah, it is, and again, we'll go back. We've got like a bit of recovery because we go straight into the next game basically after the flight, and so guys like Drew, right, who played 40 minutes, probably doesn't need to get on court comparative to some of the other guys where we need to get some more reps up. So we'll plan what the next 48 hours looks like. But yeah, momentum's a funny thing. It can be one game, it can be 2 games. For us, the momentum's been quarter to quarter, especially the highlight and getting the last 2 games. We had 2 good quarters, and then the momentum was about stringing the third one together. Now we had 4 good quarters against a hell of a team. Now it's about stringing 2 games together, but again, quarter by quarter, possession by possession.
Just going back to Drew quickly, we've talked a lot about his frustrations, and rightfully so, and I mean, that call you mentioned, it was an unbelievable no call, but it felt like tonight he kept his composure better than he has for a lot of the season and probably played his best game as a result. I mean, he just must be proud of the way he sort of conducted himself and played.
Yeah, I mean, even turned out the half, you could hear the slap from the other side of the gym. Like, you can hear it. It's a foul. He doesn't get it, and he's frustrated, and, but 2 weeks ago, right, he probably would have burned a tech. I think his realisation of how important he is to us is helping him just get through it. But yeah, I feel like I speak about this all the time, and there's nothing I can talk more on it. We lead the league in challenges. We lead the league in successful challenges. I'm pretty sure we lead the league in texts. We'll lead the league in phone calls. We'll lead the league in all that. And I think I'm just done talking about it.
No, fair enough. KJ, I don't think you've had a tech foul this year, have you?
I haven't had a tech in a long time. Probably since high school.
I wanted to ask you about Lockie. I mean, it's not often a teammate goes and gets married mid-season, and congratulations to him, and then he comes back and plays an important role tonight. I mean, you must be happy for him and glad to have him back.
Yeah, no, definitely super happy for him, and getting married is an incredible achievement. You know, happy for him to go do that. Hey, not everybody gets married, bro.
Incredible achievement.
Okay, it's a life experience. I don't know you know what I'm trying to say. And you know, he came back in really good form. So happy for him as well.
Hey, Forde, I've met your wife. It's an incredible.
Oh yeah, no, I know. She puts up with a lot. I'm definitely gotten lucky there. I've won the lottery with that one, so that is an achievement. Tricker.
I'll finish off, KG. What are your thoughts now on getting back home on Saturday night and trying to beat Brisbane?
Yeah, I mean, we'll enjoy this win tonight, and then, like Coach says, right back to work. We got to get ready for this next game. Brisbane's, I mean, they're hurting this year, a lot of injuries and stuff, but they're still a very good team. As you saw their last game, they put up a good fight, so got to get ready for that.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.